Alright, hey guys. So basically, for today, we're going to talk about two questions that we have already been distributed in our PDF form for our first session the other day. Okay, so I'm going to highlight two of the questions and a couple of methods and how do you tackle to answer these kind of questions. Alright, so these are the two questions. This is number one and this is number two. Now, you guys have to pay really close attention to a couple of details because questions may vary for certain cases, but the way to answer is almost the same. It's just the way you analyze the questions. Okay, now let's go on to the first question. In the first question, all right, now the first question states a sample of naturally occurring silicon. Okay, don't worry about anything, we're only bothering about silicon right now. So, silicon is Si, consists of silicon 28. Okay, before you continue, just remember we are talking about silicon as a whole over here. But when it comes to this part, we are already starting to talk about the isotopes of silicon. Silicon might have a couple of isotopes, mungkin ada banyak. Tapi right now, over here we are concerned about the isotopes that they give to us. Okay, so right now we're going to talk about silicon 28 with the atomic mass unit of this. Maksudnya atomic mass unit dah diberikan. So dalam Iki punya formula, average atomic mass Iki, you guys atau korang boleh imagine sudah ada M di situ. So now, silicon 28 can also be written as Si-28. Okay, now silicon 28 done. Silicon 29 given the mass, silicon 30 given the mass. So now, dalam case ni ada tiga isotop, tapi all are talking about silicon, the same element. Alright, as we look at the definition of isotope, that's it. That is what actually they're talking about. Same element, but different isotopes. Okay, now the question says, if the atomic mass of silicon, right now they tak specifically talk about silicon 28, 29 or 30. They're talking about atomic mass of silicon as a whole. Jadi I've stated previously, if you want to find about something as a whole, you have to find the average, right? So I can also represent this atomic mass as average atomic mass too. So sekarang do you get the idea? Okay, average atomic mass adalah formula dia Iki. Maksudnya tadi dah ada mass dah. M settle. Now average atomic mass pun sudah settle. So sekarang tinggal Q je dalam Iki. Now, dia bagi average atomic mass atau atomic mass of silicon is 28.0855. Now, the natural abundance. Okay, we are concerned about abundance tau. Natural ke, not natural ke, whatsoever. We are talking about or concerned for the abundance. Q kita. Okay? Atau the amount of it, Q kita. Silicon 29, 4.97. Okay, silicon 29, diorang dah bagi Q dia. Yang tiada, silicon 28 dengan silicon 30. Okay. I think we can already guess the question after this. They're going to ask, what are the abundances of silicon 28 and silicon 30? Now, exactly as what we have done before. Now, kalau dalam situasi ni, you must tell to yourself already or you must try to guess that, okay, you know what, silicon 29 sudah ada. Q untuk satu sudah ada. Yang lagi dua tu tiada. So when tiada, if you relate it to mathematics, maksud dia unknown kan? So kalau unknown, can you substitute it with an alphabet? No matter what alphabet, X, Y, Z, A, B, C or whatsoever, you can do it. Okay? So before we start answering the question, list down what we have. Si28, you have the atomic mass unit. 29 given, 30 given. Maksudnya M kita settle. M settle. Untuk apa? Iki ni. Okay? Now, to solve this question, there's two different methods. The first method is let the abundances. Okay, don't forget here, let the Q of Q2 just represent your abundance. Okay? You can write in the full term juga. Let the abundance comma Q of Si28 equals to X. Okay, sebab tak tahu kan, so X. Si29 given, okay, settle. Si30, okay. Look carefully over here. Sini abundance dia bagi percentage kan. Bila dia bagi percentage, you know total is 100%. So automatically in your mind, sini dah X, sini dah 4.97. Sini confirm 100, tolak this one and tolak this one. Definitely you'll get 95.03% minus X. Sebab 100 tolak ni, you get 95.03. Jangan lupa tolak X juga. Sebab kita tak nak total dia more than 100. Percentage maximum 100. Terang-terang dekat sini dah ada percentage. Okay? Nah, dia dah bagi M sini, Q sini. M untuk ni, Q untuk ni. M untuk ni, Q untuk ni. Average atomic mass sudah diberi. Can you just substitute everything into this formula? Iki mi iki? I think yes. Because the only thing you gotta find is your X value. So you will find your X value. X value ni sama dengan silicon 28 punya abundance. Because kita dah cakap earlier on, let the abundance atau let the Q of Si28 is X. So dah dapat jawapan X, itulah abundance untuk Si28. Jangan lupa complete the question, silicon 30 pun kena cari. Macam mana nak cari? You already know it's 95.03% kan? Sebab 100 tolak this one. The moment 100 tolak this, you'll get 95.03. Tolak X. X ni dari mana? Dari jawapan yang kita cari. X ni pula dari mana? Daripada formula, put in all the values, you'll get the answer of X. Okay? Now, please be reminded, kalau let's say lah, korang nak jawab, let me try to use another color. Let's say korang jawab, let's say belah kiri negative 4, belah kanan negative 3x. Jangan takut, you guys know very well negative akan jadi positif kan? Jadi, kenapa nak risau? X, the answer will definitely be positive. We are talking about abundance here. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next question. I mean the next method, sorry. For the next method, it's almost the same. Cara dia lebih mathematical. Itu je difference dia. Now, what can you do? Same thing. Jangan lupa assume Q of atau abundance of silicon 28X. Benda sama tadi. Silicon 29 4.97 diberi dalam soalan. Silicon 30, kalau tak nak 100 tolak ni, you can just put it as Y. Okay? Nak hidup senang juga, just put it as Y. Kenapa? You dah ada average atomic mass. Sini diberi 28.0855, sudah diberi. Masuk je lah value tu kat sini. Lepas tu, abundance untuk Si28 sudah ada. X, darab dengan apa? Kan early on kita dah list sini. Darab dengan mass dia. Same thing for Si29, same thing for Si30. Tapi, when you do, you get something X, something Y. Kenapa? Sebab sini Y, sini X. Jangan risau. Ada dua unknown. Dalam matematik, the moment there's two unknown, you kena buat lagi satu equation. So that boleh simultaneous equation dapatkan jawapan. Macam mana nak dapat lagi satu macam mana nak dapat lagi satu equation tu? Okay, korang dah belajar very well. Total abundance. Sini we are talking about percentage. The moment percentage, we have to know its total abundance is 100. So 100 is equals to, early on kita dah assume abundance of isotope ni is 100 total kan? Jadi can you just do this plus this equals to 100? Yes you can, because we are talking about the element silicon. Ini adalah abundance untuk isotop kepada silicon. Maksudnya total of this plus this equals to 100. That is how you do the second equation. Now, you can make sure the equation subject dia X pun boleh, Y pun boleh. Itu akan jadi equation kedua anda. The moment you have this subject, substitute this whole thing dalam sini. Kenapa? X is equals to this whole thing. Substitute, you akan dapat value of Y. Substitute, you akan dapat value of X. Jangan lupa final answer, you have to write it again. Abundance of silicon 28 equals to something. Don't put it as X equals to something. That is wrong. You have to rewrite it. Silicon punya abundance berapa? Silicon 28 abundance dia berapa? 29 berapa? 30 berapa? Have to write it again. Okay? Now, that is how you are supposed to answer this question. Alright, that is for the first question. Second question. Okay, this is the question which was given. Now let's have a look at the question. First and foremost, an element, we don't know what is it, or even if we know, it's okay. Alright, the average mass. Okay, dalam minda, automatically snap. Okay, average mass, we are talking about average atomic mass, iki mi iki, that's the formula. So, let's continue reading the question. 85.4678 AMU. Ini adalah average mass. So, average atomic mass value sudah ada. Sekarang kita kena bother pasal ikimi-iki pula. Right. Composed of isotopes MM85. Maksudnya dalam MM ni ada isotop. First one is MM85. Dah bagi mass ke? Ada. So, mass settle. Next, MM87. Isotop yang kedua untuk MM. Tapi ada mass ke sebelah ni? Tidak. So, you don't have the mass over here. The moment you don't have the mass, you have to know very well, okay, I think the question is going to ask me to find the mass of MM87. MM87 adalah salah satu isotop kepada MM. Alright? Now, the ratio, dengar perkataan ratio atau lihat perkataan ratio of atoms. Atoms ni merujuk kepada apa? This one and this one. 87 dengan 85 is such. Okay. Tengok ni, jangan panik. Kenapa? I made it simple for you to understand. Just take it ratio as abundance. Kenapa? 85 over 87. Ini fraction kan? Nak dapat ratio, you have to do fraction, right? Ratio, rates and proportionality. Korang dah belajar masa form 2 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Kalau yang ini bahagi yang ini equals yang ini, logic tak kalau I put over 1? Very logic. Kenapa? Apa-apa bahagi 1 akan dapat jawapan yang sama. Takkan negative 1. Nanti sini pun negatif. Takkan 30. Sebab kalau 30, jawapan di atas akan berlainan. So, sangat and teramat sangatlah logik kalau I letak 1 dekat sini. Alright? So, over here it was 2. And over here, it will be 1. Okay. Dalam ratio, rates and proportionality, kita dah belajar MM85 is this. Ini adalah ini. Kenapa? Sebab equal di sini. So dia MM85 punya abundance atau Q bagi MM85 adalah 2.591. Q for MM87 is 1. Alright? The moment such, we are only talking about 85 dengan 87 kan? Soalan ni dia bagi 85, 87 je. Dia tak bagi 90 or whatsoever. Maksud dia ini adalah dua isotop je yang kita bincang dalam MM. Automatically, summation of Q atau total abundance is 2.591 tambah 1. You get 3.591. Kenapa? Abundance of this diberi. Abundance of this, you can get it through your own mathematical reasoning. Okay, 1. So basically, nampak ratio, snap, it's abundance. Okay? So sekarang, abundance untuk MM85 sudah ada dalam average atomic mass. So you're going to get EKI. Average atomic mass diberi. Q untuk 85 sudah ada. Q untuk 87 sudah ada. M untuk 85 sudah ada. Kena cari apa? M untuk 87. Sebab that is the question. So can you find it? Yes, just substitute all the values, you will get your answer. Again, jangan risau kalau negatif sebab negatif-negatif akan jadi positif juga. Alright, an important keynote over here is not in percentage. What do I mean by that? Let me choose another color. Okay, soalan dibagi MM85 over MM87 is 2.591. Ada percentage kat sini? Tiada kan? So you cannot assume that total abundance equals to 100. Cannot, sebab dia bukan percentage. So you have to find what is the total abundance atau what is the total Q. So melalui ratio, macam ni lah you cari. Okay, total abundance. This is how you find it. Alright, tak boleh assume kalau bukan percentage. Alright? Okay, I hope this helps. These are the guidelines for you to answer both this question. Thank you very much.